My Soma bike light comes looking something like this with a fancy chrome cover. That's, a great retro look, great retro feel. Really enjoy it. Way overpriced. Way overpriced, especially once you pop inside and see what's going on. It is, I will say, granted it may not be too overpriced. I'll pop over here so y'all can see what I'm grabbing at. This is all metal. Just really, it's not plastic. I've had some that look like this before. They're plastic. They're plastic. They just feel like shit. They're always painted. They're like a black plastic. They're always painted to look like something they aren't. So they're painted with a faux chrome finish, which is fine because you can usually disassemble them and spray them when they start to fade. So I just went ahead and got this chrome looking, it looks like stainless steel, whatever. It's nice. It's like 80 bucks. So even this nice metal feel to it. Got a even, you can see it in there, a nice rubber seal in there to keep the moisture out. So I got it, and right out of the package we got two, and maybe I'll post a photo in the comments of how we installed them on our bike. They look great. The only problem is, first pair that came, one of them, instead of going high, low, flash, just does this, high. And no matter how many times I push this button on the top, that flicking's just me flicking at it, but it does not, that light, there's a momentary flash, it does not shut off. So, kind of popped in here to see what was going on, what I could do to it, what I could make happen, see if I could fix it, see if there was something going on. I gotta say, I'm not in love with this construction. So here's my problem. Battery is attached to a plastic piece here, which you can see it kind of light. Let's see if I can get it where the light's not directly behind. So battery's mounted right here onto this piece. And this piece has the circuit board on the other side, the inside here, and the circuit board is screwed in from the inside, and it's screwed in from the inside when this nice little reflective front, before it is, you can see maybe, see the light's picking up so much light here, before you can see where what looks like a plastic cement right there. So it's plastic cemented all along this part, and then two additional parts, one here and one here. So at this point, it's just going to take some stupid prying, maybe some razor blading to see if I can get into it and see where maybe it was mis-soldered, or there's a solder short somewhere, or maybe just the button is bad. So, which, all can be known to happen. So, but definitely everything I can access from the outside looks clean and connected, but I can't make anything happen until I get into the zone. So let's see what we can make happen here. I'm going to get rid of my little magnifying glass there. Let's see if with my smudger I can, oh, surprise, surprise, that is actually prying loose. I don't know if I've just... I don't know if you can see what's going on here. Let's see if we can show you what I'm doing here. I don't know if that'll sit up there. Probably not. It'll sit on my solder spool. Come on, buddy. Alright, so I don't know if you can see here, but not Pride. And Pride, you can see it's a little cloudy right there. It just kind of popped free, so I'm going to keep working it. Oh, I can't get in there. Oh, I can get in there though. Oh. Yep. I don't want to pull on the battery case. I don't know if that's actually done anything or just made me feel good about myself. Well, that I think just flat out broke. Oh, I'm all the way in there. I'm all the way in that. That one's free. So, right there. Alright, let's see if we can get this one free. I'm going to find an alternative solution when this is all said and done with. Hey. Alright. So. Yep. Alright. Got part of it. There we go. Alright, that was surprisingly easy, with surprisingly little breakage. Okay, so do I see any direct, blatant short in anything? I will say this is a pretty piss poor hand soldering job. I don't know if, I mean, I usually don't give a fuck, but that's pretty sloppy there. I don't know though if I have any direct shorts there. I do have a processor under a big old piece of sealant there. So I'm not getting to that guy, so if that guy's my problem, I'm kind of SOL. So I do kind of wonder, that must be my battery connection coming through there. Yeah, alright, so okay. So let's see, I'm sitting here looking at this. And here's what I see. Alright, my layman music educator brain sees. So this is what looks like where my battery connection is coming in. I got a couple resistors here. This is my button assembly. These actually appear to be my contact, like these upper sections are connect point A to point B. At this point, I think these lower two, this guy and I think this guy and this guy are purely just mounting hardware. They're there to hold this weird ass jig. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, so this jig, this button jig. Button literally is suspended kind of in midair there off a cliff. Hold it on there. So Not sure where. I'm wondering if I have a problem that I'm not going to be able to fix under here. I'm not seeing any blatant mis-solders. I'm not seeing any blatant shorts in the system. I don't see any, like, the power clearly seems to be isolated. This appears where it comes in. I'm guessing this little thing here is my, like, LED pass-through. I'm trying to figure out. It's hard to see. It's so messy what connects to point what. I'm wondering if at one point somebody tried to solder to here and had a problem, which makes me wonder if maybe it's something's going on there, but my honest to goodness suspicion is it's probably something under here, and I'm not going to be able to do shit with it. So, or something under here. Because it seems like it's responding, but the fact that I can't even get it to go off makes me think that there's something bigger going on. So well, I can take the button out of the equation pretty easily, I think. Let's see here. If I pry, looks like the button is a side button just in this cage, so I think I could pry the cage here open. And if I pry the cage open, I left my soldering iron from my last project here. I think I can just desolder these 2 points here. Does appear to be a hint of adhesive under here. Oh no, it is actually glued, melted into the bottom there. So kind of like a little tiddlywinks or whatever they were called, little bits. I've got these little pieces of plastic here holding it on, but not for long. Yep, okay, so that's now free. Okay, so let's see here. Almost got it out. Try not to break it if I determine that it is not my problem. I'll say it'd be handy to I think I want to get one of these that's got the quick release on it. That'd be super handy. Alright. Oh yeah, that's not gonna do shit. Alright, can't see what I'm doing here. Alright. So that is done. Let's see. Hello? No. No. Alright. So, now with that in there, and a replacement battery. Alright, not my button. So, with it not being the button, this is a thinking moment. Right, so my button, even a known good button, results in the same action. So I will get my little button back in here. And my light's on again. And it will not go off. Okay. So I didn't figure, since I could get it on, I did not figure that my button was my problem. But it was the easy, logical first step. Now, I don't know about logical, but it was the easiest to quickly test. Now I'm trying to solder with white spots in my eyes. So at this point, I do think that my problem is directly related to that. So the question is, how do I modify this so as to change its behavior? Since I think what I need to modify is actually the processor. This kind of touches back to those days where you wish there was a diagram that came with your, because what I see here is there's one contact point. Let's see. This guy's in the big. Now here's what I am noticing, and I'm tempted to go grab one of the bikes. I think I could see this in one of them. But see right, it's going to be hard to do this with the tweakers. See that point right there? Some resistor is supposed to go right there, potentially. Now, it may not supposed to be there, but it may supposed to be there. And if it is supposed to be there, the question is, how big? I'm guessing pretty small. I'm guessing it's like this 102 I see over here. I'll put this back so you guys can see it. No wonder it doesn't work. So everything's in reverse, what I think it's supposed to be. Get used to that. Alright. So I'm seeing this guy missing right there. So my question is, should it be there or should it not be there? If it should be there, this could be a pretty simple fix. I just get the right resistor and surface solder it to right there, and that might fix this problem. It may have just been missed in the manufacturing. If it doesn't belong there, and the other ones don't have it, then since I don't want to, and or don't feel like I have the skill to tear this off and see what kind of microprocessor's under there that manages high, low, flash. I might just see if there's a way that I can just solder this up and maybe replace what's in the top of this here with a cool switch. There were some pretty chill switches I saw the other day at the of all places, a Radio Shack, and so I might just jump on some of those. So I'm gonna stop for a while, check the bikes out in the backyard, and maybe we'll come back and have a part 2.